Hello and welcome back to Marineford TCG. My name's Joe, drink of the day is a cold glass of water, and today I've been playing a little bit more of a fun rogue deck, which is RG Oden. And you know, this deck kinda has some legs, I'm not gonna lie. So this list was piloted by Philip Duong to a top 16 finish in the Eggman Events winner case event that was last weekend. That was about a 200 player event, so not a small locals, this was a pretty big event. And he managed to get all the way to top 16 with Red Green Oden, which is really, really cool. So I've decided to yoink his list, give it a few games on the sim, and see how we feel. If you want to skip straight to the games, go straight ahead. I will briefly go over the cards, because some of these are some real set one bangers, and RG Oden, I mean, he's not been very good, right, for a while. So this leader gives all of your Wano characters that are bricks 1000 counter, which is pretty nice. And he also has Don X1 when attacking. If you have a 5 cost or greater Wano character, he gets 1000 power to the end of your opponent's next turn. So, unlike something like Black Luffy, if they then remove that 5 cost Wano character, you're still at 6k, which is really nice. And being 6k leader is just generically good, right? It's the same thing Green Purple Luffy's doing. We're just doing it in sort of a more aggressive way somehow, because all of our characters just have great stat lines, because we can afford to fill our deck with bricks. So the core combo of this deck is, I believe you want to go second, that's been my experience so far. You want to play this Hiyori, and what she does is you can trash her, play a 5 cost Wano character from your hand, and then you draw a card. So it just cycles itself out and cheats 1 Don. And as soon as your 4 Don turn, you can do this, play out this Ezo. This Ezo gives your leader a Don, which is pretty sick, to activate your leader effect. As soon as 4 Don turn, and then once per turn, you can trash 1 card when your opponent attacks, and give something -2. Not only does this turn even more of your bricks into 2Ks, but against things like the 6 cost Secret Luffy that attack twice, man, it's crazy. There's one game in this video, watch out for it, where this is just hilarious. So when you see it, you'll know it, but this creates a really funny moment with the 6 cost Luffy. In terms of other targets for your Hiyori, the next best one is sadly this ugly Denjiro. This guy's not bad though, right? 5'7", great stat line, obviously has 1k, because he is Wano. Don X1 when attacking. If your leader is Oden, which he is, you can restand a couple Dons. It's nothing too crazy, but does help you get a little bit more aggression on those turns after you play the Denjiro. If I'm going first, quite often I'll like to play the Hiyori into the Denjiro over the Hiyori into the Ezo, because you still have that 5th Don to put on your leader to proc his effect, and the Denjiro on the board first is usually just better, right? Because you get more aggression sooner. The new card that this deck got from EB02 is this Yamato. And this is a great play for your turn after you use your Hiyori combo, or if you just don't have a Hiyori combo. 6/7, activate main if your leader has a land of Wano type or is ace. You give a rested Don to your leader, and then this character gains rush. It's beautiful that this is an activate main, which means you can do it every single turn, and it gets around Blackbeard turning off your on plays, which is crazy. This deck in general just doesn't have that many Don plays. So Blackbeard really doesn't turn off much of your deck, and you have so much rush and aggression, it's great. The stat line obviously is very, very efficient, and the fact that it fills your leader condition gives you a really nice curve of 4 Don Hiyori into Ezo, 6 Don Yamato, and on both of those turns you get to proc your leader effect and be a 6k leader, which is just incredible for your defense. In terms of the rest of the Wano package, in terms of 2Ks, we've got 4 of this Yamato. It's a backup play off your Hiyori. It has the same effect as the Yamato, where it can give you your guy arrested Don. Unfortunately, it doesn't get rush, but, you know, it's a 2K, it's fine. We've also got 4 of this Otama. This is a 2K that's also a searcher. Only gets green Wano cards, which is a bit of a bummer, because a lot of the cards we really like are our red ones. That's the Yamato and the Ezo. Very, very important, of course, but can get cards like Denjiro and Hiyori in a pinch. And we've got 2 of the Ezo, sometimes rested blocker, but realistically, this guy's resting the blockers more of the time. We've also got 4 Momo because he's a tap search. He takes aggression off of our leader on those early turns, which is obviously very good. Because we like to be aggressive, it keeps resources in our hand. In terms of non-Wano characters, we have 3 Hody Jones because it's the best card in the game, arguably. It's certainly up there. It's one of the best. It's the best closer in the game, up with that 6 cost Secret Luffy. Resting Dons, obviously, into the purple decks. Very good. Resting blockers, very good into every deck. Resting Don's also good into Bonnie. Bonnie is a tough matchup because of Kid, But if you can Hody their Don enough, I mean, it could be worse, right? Also got 3 of the Dragon. This honestly hasn't come up that much, but it's a nice backup rush option if you're not seeing Yamatos and Hodis. I'd be interested in maybe cutting this to 2, though, if I was to play again. Also got 3 of the Bonnie, and I'll be real, this hasn't come up at all. I can see why this would be good. Maybe into a deck like Shanks, freezing their 10-cost Shanks could be quite powerful. But really, I don't know, I haven't had this come up for me. But it's not the worst card in the world. At the end of the day, it resounds one of your Dons, which is nice for your events. And just freezing a character is fine. 4 of the Newgate. I think this should probably be at 3. But this card is crazy. This card, combined with your leader effect, you're an 8k leader. Like, that's nearly BY levels, right? So hard to interact with an Oden that's been hit by a Newgate. It's like when Whitebeard, the 6,000 power Whitebeard leader, got Newgated and he's at 8 and you're like, what the fuck do I do now? But with Oden, it's even crazier because all your bricks are 1ks. And this gives a 2k debuffs. If they have the guy that restands, screw you. Pretty much. I think it should be at 3. 4's a little crazy. But seeing 1 is really good. Last but not least, we've got some events. 4 Rad Beam because it's the best counter event in red or green. 3 Paradise Waterfalls, kind of funky. So this does a few things. So for 1, it's obviously Wano searchable off your Momo and off your Otama, which is pretty cool. It also can deny a bit of aggression. If your opponent's trying to take out your board, then they're often going to swing with their lowest swing into your tapped character first. So for example, if you have an Ezo on the board, they might limp swing a Sanji Pudding 7 into 7. Well, you can do Paradise Waterfall, get out of that attack, restand your Ezo, and now their bigger swing that they were planning on putting into that Ezo afterwards, it's got to go into life. It's pretty good, honestly. It also gets you out of Electrical Luna, which is really nice, and 5-cost Carrot as well. I was a bit skeptical when I first saw this in here, but, you know, pleasantly surprised. So that's the deck. I've got a bunch of games here. We've got a bunch into Green Purple Luffy. I've also got a Blackbeard game. And I've got sort of half a Lucci game. He left halfway. But we did discuss what would have happened on the following turns. And it was the only Lucci game I could get within my testing. So it is what it is. Got a game to Green Purple Luffy, and he's chosen second, as he probably should. And Hody Jones is strong, but the rest of the hand... We've got the Otama, but we don't have either part of our ideal combo. So I'm going to risk the mulligan. Even just Denjiro on 5 is fine. It's not what I want, but it's fine. Nico Robin off the event. Momo's very good. Let's see if we can get something good off that. And we could dig again. This could get Hiyori, or we can just take the Yama. How happy am I to just play Denjiro on 5? Not thrilled. But, like, kinda okay, I guess. Denjiro into Yamato is a really nice curve, but I do want to see that Ezo. However, the Otama doesn't help us get there. Let's just take the Yamato. Sorry to our friend here, we were slow rolling a little bit. We could just hold one up for the Paradise. He probably just clears the Momo, right? Yeah, let's just swing 6. He's going to take this regardless, and then he'll probably just clear the Momo. The nice thing is we only have 1 character. The 4-cost Zoro can't attack straight away. He does take, cool. So yeah, the 4-cost Zoro can rest, but the attack is conditional enough as having 2 dudes. 6 into Momo, by all means. 3 for Robin Blocker. Yeah, very nice. Okay, so we've not got a great turn. We've just got Denjiro, but, you know, it could be worse. We're going to swing 5. He's probably going to take. I think giving us 1k here would be smart, though. He's going to block and do the Don minus. Okay, his hand must be bad, right? I think that just means his hand is bad. Gets a green Zoro. Okay, let's go with this. Look at this guy, an OP01 classic. This art is hideous. I wish this guy had like a... I don't know, I need to check out if this has like a custom art. This card looks terrible. It's like the old Ezo, right? I mean, this PRB one looks sick, but the original Ezo is terrible. There's the Sanji Pudding. Is he going to use his leader effect? If he does, he can't use the Zorojuro next turn. He does? Okay. Works for me. Sorry, can't do Zorojuro this turn. Is what I meant to say. Yeah, Speaking is hard. 8 into 5, by all means. Another Yamato. We got a lot of rush going on. That's pretty crazy. I think I want to develop the Ezo here, just to have that defense as an option. Yeah, I think I do. Although the Yamato will get some crazy aggression, right? We'd get 7 with leader, 8 with Enduro. We do 8 with the Yamato. That's crazy. We don't have a lot of counter, though. I'm gonna say fuck it. Fuck it, why not? Put one Don here. One Don has to go here. We have to... What? Yeah, really attach one Don. We have to start with the Denjiro swing, sadly. Because otherwise we don't have to get the 2 other Dons. And I think I'll just do 7, 8 with these remaining 2. So that we can hold one for, like, the Paradise Waterfall, potentially. Or even the Rad Beam, I guess. But this aggression's crazy, right? Did he counter that? Gave us Usahachi Zoro. Okay, that makes my decision way, way easier. We'll definitely be swinging 7 with this. It's going to give us a 2k. That works for me. We got 2k, 2k, 1k out of him. And now he goes down to 2. Yep. Trigger. Event searcher. If it was Luna, he'd have clicked off it by now. 100%. We're thinking hard here about this event. I'm guessing that means there's not Sanji Pudding in it. A Sanji is okay. We'll pass it over. We've got 1 open. Probably going to waterfall if he tries to take out one of our dudes. That could be quite cool. We'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes. I don't mind going down to 2 here, right? Because we do have options. We can do the Newgate next turn and go to 8k leader, which is pretty crazy. We wouldn't get the Denjiro effect if we do it that way. But really not that bad. We also wouldn't get to keep any Dons open. We could also just do Dragon, use the Denjiro's effect, and then hold some Don open. We've got choices. We'll see how his turn goes. Does have the Sanjian Pudding. A restand 5. It's crazy. Crazy card, man. So good. See what he does here. I'll happily take 1 swing, because like, if he goes like mega aggro into life, we can take the first and then like Rad Beam the second. 7 here. 7 here. 7 here. Who knows? 7 here. We'll give you a 1k on this one, I think. Do we ever want the Yamato? I don't think we want. I don't think we probably don't need the Ezo at this point. Or the Ezo next turn could very well be like quite reasonable, right? Just for developing the defense. We could also just do the Paradise Waterfall, stand this up. Takes an option off him, right? It's not bad. 8? No, that's not happening. That's definitely not happening. It's Chopper blocker? Surely it's not Robin blocker tap out, right? To be honest, playing any blockers here is crazy, right? Because of Hody Jones. We could just tap all his Dons and be like, fuck you. Which is kind of funny. We got options here as well. We've got Ezo, we've got Yamato. I'm edging towards the Ezo currently. But I mean, even the Newgate is good, right? We've got so many good choices. We've got to see what he does with the rest of his 3 Dons first. He's going to leave them all open. Yeah, he fears the Hody. He has bricks for days, right? We've got the Hody. We're not doing it this turn. Definitely not. What are we doing this turn, right? We do need to work that out. I think I like the Ezo because it leaves a character upright. Although the Newgate just go to 8 is crazy. We don't really need to protect our life, right? We're still at 3. We need to protect our characters. So let's go with the Ezo. Yeah, 1 here. kind of tempted to swing 9 into the Sanji pudding. Let's go 8 lead, see what he does. See what he does with the 8 lead. I think taking here is very reasonable. I do think taking is reasonable. Yeah. Let's go with another 8 lead, because you can't really afford to take this one. That would be too crazy. Way too crazy. Yeah, 2k, 1k. 2k, 2k, okay. So this is currently swinging for 8. We can do 11 into this. That probably removes it, because we can just slow the game down. Yeah, we're kind of fine to slow the game down. Let's do 11 into this. If he wants to save it, he's got to burn his giant and a card. Doesn't. Works for me. The card that scares me, right, is the, what's it called? You know the one? The Electrical Luna. That freezes our whole board. That's why I like the Ezo, because it stands up. And the Paradise Waterfall that we used earlier is actually really nice for getting out of that. So there's definitely an argument that I could have not used the Paradise Waterfall. But we kind of didn't have that many other cards that I was excited to get rid of. The Yamato is just a nice option to have. And now we've got this on the board, that having that debuff option into the 6-cost Luffy is crazy. We can trash like Dragon. Yeah, and minus something down. Luffy Taro plays out a blocker. That's not incredible. We're doing the buff, doing the restand thing. Seems good. 4 Don open. How many are we keeping open though, right? 7 into 6. Yeah, I'll take one. No trigger on that one. 6 into 6. Probably just going to give the Yamato here. Yeah, I think we'll just give the Yamato there. Does have the Luna. Okay, that's what I was scared of, right? The Luna. Although we can just Hody. We can Hody the Sanji and the Don. Then our swings are 7 with lead. 8, 8. It's like 8, 8, 9. You'd have to counter 2 of those. But if we don't get it, we die. If we Nugate here, we're kind of just fine. We're kind of just living. We get 2 swings. We've got a big Nugate where our leader is massive. We can hold 1 Don open for Rad Beam. I think that's the line, right? Just Nugate. We can limp swing 7 with the Ezo first, because we're always doing this. We'll see what he does. I mean, if he takes the 7, I'll fucking Hody his ass. Yeah, I'm really tempted to Hody. We just don't need to, though, right? We can just safely Nugate. Buff this. Give it on to your leader. And then what we swing? We're swinging 7, 8, 9. I don't really want to swing here. I think we'll just go... Although if it's the Gum Gum, doesn't really matter. Let's go 9 here. If it's Gum Gum, it doesn't matter. I very much doubt he has 2k, 1k, given that he didn't counter a 7. Yeah, just lets it go. That works for me. We're now an 8k leader. We have 1 Don open for a Rad Beam. We've got this effect on the board. Our defense is insane. He needs another Electrical Luna, otherwise he's dead. And we still have Hody. Right? It's looking pretty hot, man. It's looking pretty hot. Gonna start with cycling out the Merry. That's not a good start. That's really not a good start. And we will go for game next turn, now that we have, like, an even bigger guy. Provided he doesn't do anything too crazy. Sure. Doesn't do anything. No, there's nothing. Zoro Juro is also not what he wants. Holy, this is not this is not looking good for our hero. What's he even looking for? Like another giant? Secret Luffy is probably not what he's looking for. Not the boats. Oh, this guy's hand must not be pleased. There's the leader effect. Goes back to 6 Dons. It's like, you just can't even swing into anything. These are all 7. This is the 8. Like, what do you do? This shit's crazy. This Nugate is something else. That's nuts. I love it. We're not going to use that. We'll just give him the 1k, I guess, here. Yeah. We don't need to play too crazy. Is he actually going to leave for... He does have the Luna. I knew it. I knew he had the fucking... would have the fucking Luna. But either way, I think we're good here if we can rest his Don, right? Yeah. Let's deploy this. Rest this, rest this. And there's the concede. Yeah, very nice. He had 1k counter. We sort of figured he was very low, but we didn't have to go for it in last turn. Because that Nugate just making your leader so big is crazy. And the Ezo debuff on the Rush Luffy, that goes hard too. Especially with the Nugate, right? Because they're at 8. Yeah, it is what it is. Let's move on. Got a game into green-purple Luffy. He's chosen second. I don't like that hand. Like, the Otama's fine, but if that whiffs, we are in a pickle. Okay. Well, Hiyori into Denjiro isn't quite what I was looking for, but it's not bad, right? It's really not bad. Here, we'll keep it simple. We'll swing 8. Then we'll end. Yeah. It's fine. It's very, very much fine. Do see the Sanji. 5. We'll take... no trigger on that. No need. I'd like to Momo, but we have to keep tempo, so we have to Hiyori here. We'll go with this. Cycle her out, play out Denjiro. There's the Ezo. There is the Ezo. I mean, it's not a bad play for next turn, right? We can do 7 on 5. We'll get him down to 2, and we go to 6. He gets a ramp. Now, the ramp is interesting, right? Because it's good. But it does turn off some of his breakers, which is it's kind of weird. But I think in this matchup, it's strictly good. 5 Don open is crazy. Like, we're getting to the point where it's getting pretty tricky. We'll see what he has for... If he has... I know it's 4 Don open. No, it was 5. He played the Merry. Sure. We're going to see 6. I'll give him a 1k here. We don't need this Denjiro. Then we'll see. Does this swing 6? Yeah, this swings 6. I think I will give 1 more K. Do we give the Momo? He doesn't have a Nami, so this could be like a decent distraction. We're going to 7. This can put on here. And then the Rooster Don can put on here. It's like not that bad. Yeah, we can hold one for Rad Beam. I think I'm going to take... Yamato's interesting too. Zoro, sure. He's not too scary. Certainly while we're at 6k leader, I'm not too scared of this guy. We're going to go with the Momo, because if we get a Hiyori, that could be pretty cool. We do get a Hiyori. That gets us that little bit of extra value. Very nice. We'll go with this. Cycle this out into Ezo. Nugate not quite what I wanted, but it is what it is. We'll swing 8 with the Denjiro into the Zorojiro. He's going to let it go. That works for me. And then we'll swing, what's this? 8 into the leader. He's going to take. Also works for me. This Zoro probably just takes out the Momo. But again, that's not that bad, right? It's not that bad. It stops the Zoro having like 1 Don swing lead for 6. Which buys us 1 card. Zorojiro gets the Merry. Merry is played. Leader effect. Sanji pudding effect. Very nice. 6 Don remaining. 2 are going on Spud. We're going to swing 9 into Denjiro. So this is at 6. This could be another 9 into Denjiro. We can just Rad Beam this, though. Rad Beam's very reasonable. So we'll go cancel and just use the Rad Beam. It's very, very clean, right? Yeah, for sure. He might not want to swing this at 9, right? He might not want to put 3 Dons here, swing 9 to Denjiro, and then we get to keep the Denjiro, which is crazy. He's going to swing 10 into Denjiro. He really wants this guy gone. We can get out of this for Nugate plus Yamato. He has no Dons open. Ooh, that's not great for you. I think we save this, definitely. Yeah, we'll use the card action. We'll trash one of these Nugates. Bring this down to 8. And then we'll give him the Yamato. Right? That seems pretty good to me. Now, if we play this out, that buffs this to 7. This is going to have 1 Don on him and restand 3 to 8. So I think we can start by swinging 8 with Izo and see how this goes. The fact that he has Node on open is crazy, right? Sanji Frankie. Okay. We're definitely playing this. We might need to leave one open for Radbeam. We have to be careful. We'll put 1 Don on Denjiro, swing 8. Restand 2. He's going to take the 8. Let's put 1 Don on, and he just concedes. Okay. I think he should have waited to see if we gone all in, but I guess with only 2k counter, he just lost. Should have definitely kept 1 Don up for a Gum Gum Giant, right? That's crazy. GG's to our opponent, but yeah, played way too aggressive. Red Green Oden to Blackbeard. He's chosen second. Very good choice from our opponent. And his hand is kind of ass. The Yamato's great, but for going first, we have nothing before 7, so let's mulligan. Okay. Do I want to play this now? We get punished by Doc Q. No. I'm just going to do it on 3. I'm not going to take the risk of the Doc Q. Chance of him having it is quite low, but like, you know, Katarina Devon is an interesting one. We've got double Hodies, which is great. Ditches a black hole. Let's go. We're never drawing anything off this that we want to play. If we get another Momo, we could play it. Let's risk the trigger, I guess. Let's risk the trigger. That's a lot of Izos. That's a lot of Izos. Okay, let's take an Izo, I suppose. And then we'll swing him for 6. And he'll probably take this one. Yeah, pass it over. He's got to take out the Momo, of course, so we're not getting any aggression on our face. It's very nice. Unless he chooses to play out the Shiyu. Defeat, very good. That's annoying. I might just ignore that, honestly. We'll see. We'll see. Jesus Burgess, why not? Yes, of course. 2 Don for what? 2 Don for what? Docus Q? Stronger? I don't like the look of him. He looks... I don't like this guy. Regardless, we kind of just got to do our stuff here. Yeah, let's go... This cycle out into Izo. Put it on here. We get another Hiyori, which is not amazing because we don't have another target. But it's not bad. We're on odds. He's on 4, 6, 8, 10. If he's doing like removal on 6, 8, maybe a Burgess and a removal. And then 10 is obviously Beard. 7, we can go Yama. 9, we can go Yama. And we can go like Hodi. How much do I want to take out of the feet? I'm gonna risk it. I don't want to play out the Momo because of Liberation. He can just like get rid of this. And then lib both. But equally he can just black hole this. Oh, let's take the risk. Let's take the risk. I don't know, man. This start's been iffy. I don't like that Stronger being on the board. That's really thrown me off, that Stronger. He's super thrown me off. We do see the Stronger cycle out. Understand the Izo. Do we see Black Hole? We do see Black Hole, okay. 7. Yeah, I'll take a 7. No triggers. Denjiro's alright. He's very alright. I'm definitely going to use the Momo. Get a card. We'll get... I'm tempted to just take a 2k here. Although we can do... What we're on 7. We can do 6 for this. And then next time we could do like Hiyori, Izo plus Denjiro. That seems decent. Yeah, let's take the Izo here. Yeah. I think this is a good play. Yamato. Give 1 rested down here. Swing in for 7 at lead. And then we'll swing in for 7 once more. And removing this 6 is like really awkward. He has to use reduction. Or I guess he can liberation both of these, but it's whatever. It is what it is. If he's liberationing, at least he's not developing Burgess, right? Also worth noting that he not turned off our on plays up to this point. We'll give it 2k here. This is looking like Liberation. Yeah, this is looking suspiciously like Liberation. 2k we could take. I think 2K. This is looking like Liberation. Oh, I got punished for the Momo. Feels bad, man. At least we get to develop 2 characters this turn with the Dendro and the Ezo. And he still doesn't turn off our leader effects, which I think is fine. Which is a little iffy, right? Let's go with the Hiyori into the Ezo. Momo, not interesting. Now let's go 7 lead. It's going to take. Then we'll go with Denjiro. And we've got a lot of rush options coming open, and he can't... He has to start off our on plays. Hody Jones exists. He's a good guy. He's very cool. The nice thing here is even if he has another Liberation, it can't clear both. He needs to find finger guns, which, you know, they're unsearchable. No beard. What does that mean? 4 for something and 5 for Kuzan, cycle into Burgess. But there's no Burgess in trash. I'm going to take. I don't know what this 9 is. He did have a finger gun. Got rid of the Denjiro. And then played out Katarina Devon and made her a blocker. Sure. Now turns off her on plays. At least he got that one right. So we're just going with the Yamato this turn. For sure. We're going to put Arrested on our leader. I should have swung first. This is a bit of a grief. But it is what it is. So we've got 4 here. Don't want to play Momo because that turns on Liberation. So we can do 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, 9. 8, 8, 9 seems very powerful. The fact that these just aren't on... The fact this is an Activate main is so BM for Blackbeard players. It's crazy. Let's give him an 8, and then we'll give him a 9. So he's got to give us 2 2Ks here, I think, really, and then give us the block. He won't want to go down to 0 because this deck does sometimes play Roger, which is very important. I think the thing that's really helped us this game is that he didn't see the stage. He just did not see the stage. Hit him with a 9, we'll probably just see the block. Okay, block 2-2. Okay, he can go for game, right? These can have double attack. But we do have 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7k counter. So, I mean, that's not bad. Beard. Makes sense to me. This can't attack. This is a blocker. This is not attacking ever in a million years. We have 1, 2, 3 swings with the Yamato. 3 swings is pretty good. It is pretty good. We also draw another 1k there, which is nice. Or we can just go with the Hody. Hody, I think, is better, even though he doesn't get his on play. Because we have 2. It's just like a larger guy, right? Either way, we can keep our options open by swinging 7 with Ezo, right? Let me work out our swings. We've got 8 with Hody. 3 more Dons. This goes to 7 from Yamato's effect. So we have 3 Dons. It's 8, 8, 9. Something like that. Yes, let's go 8 with Ezo. We're going to eat this Katarina Devon 100%. We might even just win. If he doesn't have 2 2Ks here, we literally win the game. Okay, yeah, he just concedes. I don't blame him. That shit was over. Because the Oden hit eats the Katarina Devon. Yeah, this is 7, 8, 9. Because of the Yamato's effect. So he had to counter that one. That eats the Devon. He has 1 top deck, which is Hachinosu, and just loses. Yeah. I low-key think his best shot of winning that game was if he just did double attack with Katarina Devon on that last turn and hoped we had all bricks. But, I mean, with this guy on the board, it's a tough ask, right? Either way, GG's to our opponent. Got to get into green-purple Luffy. I'm going to take second. This is very good, right? We got some Momos to slow the game down. We don't have any of our combo, though. Our Fordon combo. I don't trust it. I don't trust this either. We might have a very, very weak Fordon turn. We'll see. Just hope we get that Hiyori, right? Just believe. It's not quite what I wanted. Yeah, he does get the Spud, of course. Off the event. 3 Don here. Looks like we're going to be swinging 7 and playing a Searcher. Hiyori. Asking ye shall receive, I guess. Feels good, man. Let's cycle this out. Out this. Put it on here. Swinging for 7. He'll take. We're at 6. Very nice start. Very, very nice. Trigger. Event trigger, right? Yeah, it's an event. Yeah, it gets a Zorojiro. That's not honestly that crazy. So I think what he... Yeah, he's just going to spam that and use the leader effect, go to 6. It's fine. I think what he could have done there is just play the Zorojiro and swing 6, and then he's got quite a lot more Dons. But hey, this is what he's gone for. We'll see how it works out for him. How big is this swing? Is this going to be 9? Surely not. Surely you have something else to do. Yeah, Nami Searcher is good. We'll see what we get off that. A 2k. It's a nice one. We can just 2k out this one. I think I will. We don't need to use this. I'll just give him the Yamato. Yeah, we'll just give him a actual 2k here. It's not bad. I don't really want to sit at 2 as much as we do have a lot of counter events this game, so that's quite interesting. Okay, we might have too many counter events this game. We're definitely going with the Yamato here. Getting that extra aggression is so good early on. So that's going to be 7-7. We'll swing 7 with the Izo first, in case he gets a random electrical lunar trigger and wants to take this life. He might just give us that Sanji, and does indeed just give us that Sanji. We'll use this. At least we now can't get electrical lunar triggered. We'll go 7 here. And then we'll go 7 once more, and he'll probably take this one. Unless he doesn't want... Yeah, and doesn't. I think that's smart, right? You've got to take 1. You can't go too low on cards. Does have the second Sanji pudding. Very nice. Restands 1 million Dons. Good start for our friend here. We'll see what he wants to swing. Can't imagine he'd be that interested in my board, right? We don't have a lot of counter, though. We have 2k for free with the Izo. And we have 3k here. From next turn, we'll start keeping some Dons open for events. Yeah, sure. You can have that. Honestly, I'm kind of tempted to take because our hand is very bad. Hand is very, very bad. Momo's alright. I kind of dig the Momo. The Nugate's going to be good for next turn. Let's see if we can get us a Hiyori here, right? Hiyori would be cool. No Hiyori. We can grab a 2k. Definitely doing Izo this turn. I'd love to take this Hody Jones as well. I don't really want to dip again with the Itama. I think I'll just take the Izo. Yeah, it's fine. We'll put the Hody on the top. Return those there. So we've got 5 for Izo. Put 1 on here. This can activate main. Put 1 on here. We'll just go 7 into 6 and then 8 into 6. And I'll hold 1 for an event. Now we're down at 2. Our Rad Beam is fully online. So we're kind of gaming. And we just want to push him down as much as we can. Because we need to go for some kind of lethal sometime soon. Although if he plays like too aggressively into our characters. He did give us the 2k that we knew about, right? We don't know about any more. That's 3 already. We knew it was a Zorojiro. The odds of him having a 4th is kind of low. We could go 8 into the Spud. We could even go 9 into the Spud. And then next turn we defense up with the Nugate. I don't... No, I'm going to go 8 life. He'll just take, but I'm going to keep the aggression up, right? We've got to force something out of him. Okay, never mind. Whoa, that's insane. That is mental, man. Gave us 3 1Ks there. You should just take that 100% down to 1. I mean, watch him still win, right? We absolutely are not out of the woods yet. We have a lot of events, though. It's kind of funny. 6-cost Luffy's very good. Surely we're not going for anything too crazy, though, right? You clearly don't have much counter, sir. You gave me 3 1Ks. We'll see here. We'll see here. He's got options. Yeah, sure. We're always letting him have that. We're not using that on this. I don't have any 1Ks, though. We've got so many bloody events. I want to use Rad Beam. I don't want to use Waterfall. As much as restanding this Yamato is pretty cool, I don't really want to use... I guess we can use Waterfall here. Yeah, we're not going to use this. I think I'm going to use Waterfall to restand the Yamato. We'll give 2K here. This is way too many fucking events. He's got 4 for Zorojiro for sure. He obviously can't go for game. Now. And we can just ditch like one of these Rad Beams to minus down the Luffy. Sure. Sure. I'm leaving 2 open. Okay. Right. Let's think about this, right? Newgate go to 8 is very good defense, but this gets to attack twice for free. I think we want to play board. I also think I want to leave a lot of dons open, right? So, I mean, we have 4 counter events, 3 Rad Beams, and a Waterfall. Yamato plus those just kind of makes sense, right? It kind of the numbers just add up. It's pretty good. Let's start with 7 into this Luffy. I think if we can clear this Luffy, we're very, very fine to take another turn and give us another 1K. Let's go 7 into this Luffy. The Luffy is gone. That's a good sign. Let's play another turn. Let's go 7 into Sandy Pudding. Because if these are events, yeah, we look to be in a pretty good spot here. Okay, I think from this point we can't lose. He got too low on cards, right? He got way too low on cards. Giving us 3 1Ks on that one turn was insane. Yeah, the Luna just doesn't really do a lot, man. I'm not going to lie. He can actually Waterfall to stand one of these up, which is sick. He gets a giant off the Juro leader effect, sure. How big we swinging? Because we know this is a giant. It's pretty crazy, right? As much as the Waterfall is very funny, restanding, we can just spaff too, right? We can use Waterfall and this to stand a guy up and actually counter the hit. And we can still Newgate next turn. Yeah, I think we'll use the card action, right? I mean, it just doesn't matter. We'll use the card action, discard a Rad Beam to debuff this. And then we'll Waterfall, restand. This one really doesn't matter. I guess the Yamato, why not? Resolve. That's pretty cool, right? Get out of the Electrical Luna. I like that. That's hot. We're definitely going with Newgate this time. We're not going to win, obviously, because we don't have any rush. But we are still pretty... it's pretty good. We'll go 7 because we know he has an event and presumably a brick, but he certainly can't. If he gives us the other card, he can't use his giant. Uses the giant on the 7. That's brilliant. Gets rid of a Robin. We'll go with this. Not that. We'll go with this. We'll go with this. And then we'll get him down to 1. 10 on 6, great. And we're at an 8k leader, man. The Newgate buff combined with the leader buff, shit goes crazy. And this guy's not going to be very big, my man. This is going down. He puts 2 dons on this, right? Watch this. Watch this, Chief. Is he going to restand? Yeah. Watch this. Woo! That's very funny, man. GG to our opponent. He kind of griefed on that one turn, but I guess if his hand was like kind of ass, then maybe he had to. I don't know. It's hard to say when you're not playing from their point of view. But that play definitely seemed bad with the 3 1Ks. Other than that, our opponent played pretty well. The Paradise Waterfall actually came in kind of clutch there. If he'd done all his swings before the Luna, I might not have used the Waterfall as aggressively. But hey, it is what it is. Well played to our opponent. Let's move on. Okay, now this one should be pretty tricky. We're going to get into Lucci. I'm going to take second. It doesn't get much better than that. Let's keep. The thing we don't want to see is Brook Laboon on this second curve. Going second, very important because you deny the Kuzan. Looks like it's 5 Brook. Mills, a Brook, and a Hina. We'll take the 5. Nothing. Interesting. Did he misclick or what? I don't know. I'm going to go with the Ezo first, just so that we are a 6k leader for that extra bit of defense. It's very nice. Although we could go with the Denjiro. Either way, we're going with this. We'll cycle this out. I think I will go with the Ezo. It's just a better card, right? And if we get like a Yamato, a Rush Yamato off the top, that's obviously a better play than the Denjiro. We'll go 7 on 5. So I don't think he can clear this unless he has Finger Gun. If he has Finger Gun, he has Finger Gun, right? At least he's not developing anything, I guess. But yeah, hopefully no Finger Gun. And we'll continue our aggression from here. Although the Lucci is such a tough matchup. Because they have just a crazy reduction, right? Their reduction goes crazy. We'll see what he's got here. He's thinking hard. He's going to go 7 lead. And then play out Brook, I guess. What did he mill? He milled a Soldier and a Rebecca. Yeah, there's nothing for 3 that KOs a 4. That wouldn't be very balanced. Let's just take, because he's going to start swinging into our dudes soon, right? Yeah, there's Brook. I wish this Holy cost 6. Imagine how crazy that would be, right? We could just rest the Brook and try and kill it. And I don't hate it. He's going to 7 next turn. 7's like Jack. I think we want to just keep establishing really good characters. Yeah, so we'll go 7-7, play out Denjiro. Yeah, it takes that one. Seems smart. We'll go 7 once more. Wish we had the Yamato, obviously, because then we go 7-7-7. Gives us a 2k and then takes. That's a little bit of a grief, but hey, into Lucci, I'll take all the extra shit I can get. Unless that was intentional. Well, I doubt it. Hina, very good. Yeah, Hina Brook. Disgusting. Shit's crazy. We're not going to do that, are we? We could do that. Just get rid of one of the new gates. We can do it on the next one. Do we have a 1k we want to give? We don't actually have any 1ks. Wow, we've got all 2ks. Yeah, we'll... I guess just give this card sucks. Yeah, that card sucks. And then we'll use this. We'll ditch one of the new gates. We don't need all of these. I always forget this is powered down. Like, it boggles my mind. Maybe because I'm stupid. And then we'll see the pass. presumably. Yeah. That's a very nice top deck. That is a great one. Do we want to take out this Brook? We probably do. He just leaves. It's a bit of a bummer. I was looking forward to including that game. Yeah, I mean, we clear the Brook here, right? Next turn, he goes like Tempest Kick Jack. Clears our Yamato. But we're getting such crazy aggression here. This turn, we have 7. We have 7. And we have 9. Yeah, I mean, 7, 7, 9. Let's see. He gives us 2k, 1k on the 7. Maybe 2k, 1k on the 7. And then takes the 9, but he's down to 1. We have Hody. I think we do just win, actually, in like 2 more turns, right? With the Yamato this turn. Just ignore the Brook, because he can only really realistically remove one thing. If he wants to do, like, the Jack. He doesn't have enough reduction, although he's going to draw a Tempest Kick. There's only 7 in trash. I don't know, honestly. He might have been able to clear a whole board there, but if we get him down to 1, and then next turn, we're going to draw another Yamato. We could just go like Yamato, get him to 0, and then Hody for game. I think we probably do win that game, but it's a shame we didn't get to play it out. So thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed that video. Matchup-wise, in this format, green-purple Luffy. As long as you don't get like Giga pranked by an electrical Luna, I think this matchup's genuinely quite good. The defense you get with the Nugate combined with the Ezo makes it so hard for them to go for game. When you're an 8k leader, man, it's crazy. And the aggro you have, especially if you can get second from them, of playing out like this and being 6k, into playing out Yamato and swing so many times into their face, it's genuinely really strong. And of course, you get to play Hody, who is just incredibly nuts. I do think this deck has a chance. Your weaker matchups, definitely removal. Although we did win that Lucci game, if they get to go second and they get to drop the Kuzan on 4, then you play out a guy on 5, they just remove it, and from there, you're kind of just screwed. I think you really do need to win the dice into Lucci, and the same for Black Smoker, of course, because then the only option they have is something like Brook into Laboon, or Brook into Chi in the Smoker deck, which is much harder to piece together than Kuzan or Laboon into literally any removal card. I'm really excited to see if this deck can top regionals once those start. I think the success in the Eggman online event is a good sign. We'll just have to see if it can convert. Thank you for watching. If you did enjoy, please don't forget to leave a like and a subscribe. It really helps me out, and you'll get more content in your feed. And I hope you have a lovely rest of your day.